Talks here, and switching it up from my normal podcast, and I'm kind of just going to cast while I play Skyrim. I was doing it yesterday when I was talking about Star Wars, and so I figured I'll try and do it today, and I'll do kind of a little walkthrough, I guess. I'm just doing some basic storyline stuff here, and I'm playing as my Khajiit character, Shaina. See her here? I think that's what I named her, Shaina. So where I'm going right now is I am going to kill some raiders in the Bow Gulch mine sent here by the Jarl of Falcon Reef. So I'm going to go take these fools out real quick. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Seems that since I plugged it into my LAN for my router, it's casting a lot better than when I tried to do it over Wi-Fi, which is not the best decision I see, because it was all spotty, and well, it was online multiplayer, so I guess it was there was a lot more shit going on. Oh, pardon my French. This is a PG-13 gamecast, podcast, whatever. I just like to talk. So I just got this game for PS4. Had it on PC. I primarily got into it on Xbox 360. But I bought this one for PS4 because it came with all the DLC, which is something I hadn't got to play on any of these, so I've only played like the main storyline. You guys are thinking of this dragon, but I just came back to it. And it's at that part of the storyline where I don't think if I can even get out of the way. Maybe those ones just fall as me across the map. Do not even want to deal with this right now. Yeah, it seems like at this part in the story they just start appearing out of nowhere. But I think that's because it's probably the game trying to force you to collect more Dragon Soul and then progress that more, I guess. Still getting me. expecting that. All I wanted to do is go kill some stupid bandits. Don't feel safe anymore. The dragon. But I haven't really even played any of the DLC that came along with it. I think I went to one of the islands, Solheim or Solheim. Freaking dragon, dude. Won't quit. But I'm really anxious to play through it. I also just got a Fallout 4 on the PC because Fallout is basically, it was my introduction into this game engine, the series, Bethesda, all that. And still hands down one of my favorites. I love that game. I was a little disappointed with Fallout 4. For one, I mean, it's super glitchy, but I mean, there's so much in that game, it's like, of course it's going to be a little glitchy, you know. But I don't know, I guess they're just the creation of like your sanctuary, and like how you can kind of like, you could change stuff around and you could farm for material and build stuff and craft items. Like you could build houses. It's cool, but I guess it just wasn't what I was expecting. It kind of tore away from its original root of the game that they kind of steered away from in New Vegas too. They were getting into like, when you change your appearance, it changes how people see you, and then, I don't know. The new tier system for leveling up with the perk chart kind of felt different. But Skyrim is definitely, when it came out, it was just in its own league, and I think because it took that, like, Game of Thrones, Viking style, you know, like, well, I mean, it took Elder Scrolls, which was a already popular franchise, and then I guess when it added that engine, it was just so good. It's still so good. I tried to do this, but on Xbox, I know I played through it at least 5 times with different characters, and each one has their own perks. So this one that I chose to play as this time is the Khajiit. They are like the cat type creatures, and I guess they belong to the Ulterior Dominion, Aldemiri Dominion. I chose them because they're stealthy, and they're good in medium armor. I'm wearing heavy armor right now, but it's because my one-arm skill is not what I want it to be, so I kind of am wearing heavier armor, even though it's not the best one. But it does increase their health regeneration when in combat, so that's good. And they do have an increased critical rating for their melee attacks. I'm just reading this off a website because I kind of knew what some of the perks were, but I just wanted a more definite. And they have a whole backstory here. Yeah, I think one of my favorites was the Nord, and I think for anybody just starting this game, it's really good for kind of delving into it. I mean, unless you've played before, you know, you can already have a set character. I know I definitely went Nord and Argonian because the Argonians are cool because they can breathe underwater. So I don't know if it's a tease, but if it's just me picking them and then running away from them. Just getting in the water and then waiting, you know, waiting it out. Like with that dragon, what would have happened right there? I could have just ran into the... I could have just ran into the water and then waited it out. They can't really go in the water.
Well,
Well,
Run off.
sucks because
What
I
do you
haven't
need?
fast traveled to that location, so it's like one of those things where if you haven't discovered it yet, you literally have to walk all the way there, and if you don't save like I did, then you're fucked. But since that dragon wanted to attack me, that kind of made it suck a little bit. But I'm delving back into this game just because it's really, really, really good, and I'm anxious to play out some of the things that I didn't necessarily get to play, like with the DLC and just with characters I never played as, or things like that. I was looking up some kind of nerdy things like playthroughs that if you haven't done them, then you might want to do them. Like there's a pickaxe at the throat of the world that is apparently named after the creator of Minecraft, or it's Mojang or something to do with that. Like super nerdy, but I kind of want to just get it just because I'm anxious to delve more into Fallout on the PC, because you can have the mods, which is something you kind of lack in on consoles. But I don't really know too much about mods, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like what Game Genie used to be on Nintendo, or if it's just like, I mean, I've seen a little bit to where there's one where you can change your Pip-Boy to like a cooler looking Pip-Boy, so I'm wondering if it's just like visual mods, or like there's like gun mods that just make it, I don't know, infinite ammo or something like that. I mean, I've seen them before in Fallout, but I don't know. The PC is like a whole new world to me, so even just playing online, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite here on PS4, and Players Unlimited Battleground or whatever, PUBG, is like, oh, I want that game so bad. But I don't know. I've heard it's pretty glitchy, but I think it's just the mechanics, the engine of the game that I really like. That whole like battle royale, like everyone just thrown on a fucking island and then you're all, against each other. I really like that. I was a big fan of the movie Battle Royale, the Asian movie. Sounds weird to say just Asian, but I don't know exactly where it's from. Damn, I hope I don't die just trying to get done this clip. But yeah, Fortnite's super fun. I mean, it's gotten cheese to where I've been looking up games, and when it gets to the end, people just build these like towers up, so they're just like farming up essentially, because there's only so much playing area once you're inside the storm. And I guess PUBG is kind of like that, but I just like that it's more realistic, as in it looks like Call of Duty would. It seems that Fortnite, they kind of just took that and made it cartoony, and that was their equivalent to it. But I mean, it's still fun because that gameplay is fun. I don't know. Damn, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. See, this is one of those pain in the ass things that it's like. So what I did is I had to look on my map, and I found a place that was near where I wanted to go. And now I'm just trying to find a way to get up there that's, for one, I'm not going to get attacked by some fucking random dragon and then a bear. It's also some shitty mine. Hopefully I don't get like lost in it for how long that happens. There was a glitch in Skyrim on Xbox 360. I'm wondering if it got patched. It was a couple of them. There was a quest that you do for the companions, and at the end of the campaign with the companions, I think they give you a choice to keep the keep the powers or get rid of it, but mine glitched out and I couldn't get rid of it, so my character could never be free of that. I don't know. It's just a little thing, but it kind of bugged me because I never got to see that play out, and there was another one where you're doing like a library quest in the College of Winterhold, and you're supposed to find all these books for like the librarian there, and apparently I had raided this tomb before, and I had like closed the gate or something and made it to where you can't get back in there, and there's a book in there that you're supposed to get and give to him, and I could never get that book, and none of my quick saves could go back to it. And that's one thing I'm hoping to play out. Just some dumb little side quest that probably just gives you a little bit of XP, maybe gives you some coin, but I don't know. I highly recommend anybody to play out the Dark Brotherhood, as well as playing out the Thieves Guild. I think at the point in the storyline you're given both of the opportunities to join both, and I would recommend joining, like creating a save for both and then playing them both out, because I think actually the storylines kind of, they interact with each other. I might be wrong, but what I did is I made 2 saves basically, and then on one save I played out the whole Nightingale quests, and then I went back to that same point, and then I replayed out the Thieves Guild one, or the Dark Brotherhood, and then the Thieves Guild. I don't know how much that has an effect on it, but I also don't know if when you play out certain ones you can't play out other storylines, so I guess that's why I just kind of created both. And but this one I'm definitely, I have another one kind of started, but I haven't really decided. And I think there's only one race I haven't really played as, so shit. Always take as much gold as you can. Raid the shit out of it. I just saved up 5,000 gold to get the Breeze home, which is your first available home in Skyrim. And man, I'm so pinching pennies and trying to sell every little thing now. And I'm also trying to level up my alchemy skill in this one, which is something that I did not do in previous games. And I noticed that you can create poisons, and I was creating a lot of poisons, and I was like, man, what am I going to do with all these poisons? But I realized that you can poison your sword or your weapon, I think, so I definitely want to delve into that more. Yeah, I'm just raiding for gold right now. I'm not really trying to carry around too much stuff, even though I think my carrying weight... Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty close. I got like 50. So that only gives me so much room about what I can pick up, or try to, you know, if something's really cool and I think I could, you know, trade it later if I remember to do it. Or just finding a bunch of cool shit that you can't carry. So usually when I'll go through the first time, kill everybody, I'll just raid gold, and then on the way back out or something, I'll raid them for other things. And first and foremost, I'm going to save, because I don't want to run back all this way. Alright, I guess I can't show the video while it...
Is someone there? Damn! That your best? Oh well, must have run off.
Alright, so I'm going to have to approach that a little different. Maybe I'm just going to have to break out some big weapons and just hit him with that. does the most damage.
Tired of getting disarmed. It's nothing. Lucky. That's all you've got? You're a fool to fight me. Try to stand up while you can.
Man,
Must have run
worked by this guy. I do not know what to do again. Oh, you know what I can do? I know what I'll do. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I'll show you a real fight. I submit. That's a bad Alright, let me get out of beast mode now. Oh, shit. There should be a way that I can just wait. I think if I just wait it out, he'll change back. Alright. I'll do some of the raiding. See if there's a sick ass. Sick ass hammer. That's not that sick, but I mean, if anything, I could trade it for something later. I think that shield was 26. One better. See what we got down here. Now it's just raid mode. Raid these fools for everything we have. Some creepy sounds down here. All that for nothing, huh? Worth it. Take some raw beef here. Wine. Am I warm in here? Should do that. Little tedious things I could do that might as well while I'm here. Of course, I'm overcumbered. Can't run. Drop that other shield that I have. Come right back and mine everything else though. They're probably gonna open up a bunch of quests after this, and I'm only level 10. See, now I can just fast travel right back, which is cool, but what?
I'll show you what real.
Well, 30 minutes here. It's not too hard to do it. An hour. Nerd now talking about Skyrim, Fallout. All my favorite games. I was a little upset with the Tamriel Online or the Elder Scrolls Unlimited. That game was a little disappointing, just because I don't know. It seemed like it was just running like Destiny or League of Legends, where you just run and do raids, and I don't know. I thought it would be more like you could group up and then go do missions like this, like little quest missions together. I don't know. That game was, but apparently from what I've read, it was very disappointing to everyone who played it. No Man's Sky was like that. I had a lot of high hopes for No Man's Sky. That game was highly disappointing. I don't know what it's gotten into now. Maybe they patched it all and it's really cool. But
yes. What is it that you want?
I killed that fool.
Teach them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service.
What did you give me?
You know what?
750?
I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested.
How much is that?
Come and see me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
Where do I, like, go? Where's that, like, one dude at?
I'm the steward here. Sid Gear can sometimes act too quick. There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house.
How much was that?
As you wish.
Alright. Ooh, that's cool. I never got to do that.
May wisdom forever light
Maybe
your
that's
path.
part of the new patch. Get to build our own house? What? That is super sick. I'm gonna make a game save right here. I am super stoked about that. It makes me want to try to get 5,000, but it's not gonna happen. I don't know why it keeps pausing the video while it saves, but I guess it's to not show my save game. I just saved, that's what that was. About 30 minutes in.
Did you see a hound on the road? There's one out on the
I
road.
fear dog.
I can't afford to chase him down, but I could use a fierce, loyal beast to keep me company. If you are willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road. Good. There's some gold in it for you if you succeed. Here's the meat.
Probably nothing.
Check the road just outside of town.
She just wanted to barter.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first, and the Empire second.
Isn't that true?
dragon to attack Kyne's Grove. Why? Why there? There's no place safe.
With the gray pine goods.
I can't believe
they're
we
probably
let
gonna have,
provincials
like,
like you
$40.
wander Skyrim.
Well met. Trinkets, odds and
already
ends,
talked about
that sort of thing.
Yeah, you got shit. What can I sell you, my good man? How about I say that, that. Sell you all the time, shit. I want to sell that one.
His name's Bolin. He's the one who works the lumber mill down by the river. If you meet him, don't expect much in the way of conversation. He ain't one for talking, especially
one
with
for
folk he
talking.
don't know.
Oh, fuck that, dude. I don't give a fuck if he's your brother, homie. Let's see what this dude's got to say.
I was once, but not anymore. I was wounded in a skirmish up near Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you. Now maybe I don't pick up a blade in Ulfric's name no more, but I still hold with his ideals. Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it. We don't need no help from the Empire on that count.
Okay.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
Okay. I wasn't going to, but now I kind of want to. Alright, so I need to get what? I have 2,000, I need to get 3,000 more gold. Now how can I do that? Drop off some stuff in my house. Just go raid some stuff, I guess. Be a long haul. That's not where I wanted to go. Food from my breeze home. Yeah, you can buy 5 houses, I think, one at each. But I think now with the one in Falconreath and building it, I don't know, that's a new one for me. I wonder how good you could make it. I know the house in Markarth is probably, it's like the best one. It's all embedded in the side of a mountain, and there's a lot of gold inlay on it. It's a really cool house. But it's a ridiculous amount of money to save.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms. My wife's a good woman. She can be a little hard-headed sometimes, but I love her just the same. Right then.
Get out of my house. So I'm gonna go back up to that mine it out. Pick up as much stuff as I can bring back to sell. Hopefully get my speech skill up and my smithing skill. I don't really know what the kind of dope armor I want to make in this one. They got some really cool elven armor. The dragon armor obviously is good. Something I didn't really do was that tedious, like, straight mining out places, but I don't think I ever really got my blacksmithing up too high on a lot of characters, so see if I can get that. Ooh. I'll take all that ore. Right here. Tedious in this game. Still, but still have it. Alright, sorry, I had to text my brother. Haven't really been talking to him too much lately, so for anybody that's really listening, if you're really that upset about it, you know how no one is. Or if you listen to it in the future. I did stop for a second to check somebody. Get over it. Nerd. It's cool, I'm a nerd too, though. getting distracted here, folks that aren't listening or watching. Fan base. So this is it. Got a real breakdown of the nerdiness of this game, tediousness of all this, just mining, smelt stuff to blacksmith it, to maybe be able to, you know, build something with it. One little baby one. Seen something coming up on an hour here. Probably mine this last one and get out of here. Go smelt it. Go smelt it. You must smelt all the ore. There's so much smelting to be done. As you can hear the loud ass chihuahuas in the background. Dragon will be out there waiting or something.
Looking at. I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
See if I can sell some stuff.
Welcome to... Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. good doing business with you.
I'll just craft some other stuff real quick.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that on. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair trade.
Bone meal, iron.
Have you met my father? I help my father. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
But it's coming up on an hour here.
Until next time.
Look at all that. And I have 2,000, almost 3,000 now. So I think I'm gonna save. I'm gonna sit in my little chair, look onto my fire, say goodbye, y'all.